Hello. In today's video, we are going to be looking at how to simplify square roots with variables. So to recap what we are looking for in terms of just regular square roots, remember that a perfect square is a number times itself 2 times. So for example, 3 times 3 gives us 9. This is our perfect square. But if we are looking at a square root, we're asking ourselves what number times itself twice gives us 9? We get 3. Now, when it comes to variables, we have to remember our properties of exponents, which makes things a little different. When we're dealing with variables, when we are multiplying them, what we're really doing is we're adding the exponents. So it becomes x to the power of 8 because you're taking 4 and 4 and adding them. Which means when we look at the square root of x to the power of 8, we're looking for two variables that when we multiply them together, their exponents add to 8. And because they have to be the same, all we really do is divide by 2. So we are looking for exponents that are multiples of 2. And if they're multiples of 2, you divide it. So if I had x to the power of a, for example, let me change the color. This can be our new rule. So x to the power of a, let's say if it's on the inside. If it's even, or let me be more specific. If it's a multiple of 2, then we half it. For example, square root of 6 would be x to the power of 3. Because x3 times x3, add the 3's, you get 6. X to the power of 10 would become x to the power, or the square root of x to the power of 10 would become x to the power of 5, because 10 divided by 2 is 5. Let me fix this 5. What about if I had, let's see, the square root of 9x12? Well, 9 is a perfect square. So I can go ahead and just do 3. 12 is even, so I just have to divide it by 2. x6. Then I'm done. But what happens if the exponent is not even? Let's take a look. So if I don't have an even exponent, let's say I had 5. If it's not even, what we're going to do, and again, this is inside the radical, is I'm going to subtract 1. I'm going to break that down to the square root of x to the power of 4 and just take out one of those exponents. Because remember, if we wanted to combine it back, we would just add it. 4 plus 1 is 5. So if we can add them together, we can also take it apart. Just like we took apart regular numbers to find the factors, we can take apart variables and their exponents. And now we have an even number. 4 divided by 2, it's just going to give me x squared. But I still have an x on the inside, so I get left with that. So if I were to summarize this with my rule, again, if x to the power of a, if it's odd, not a multiple of 2, then subtract 1. So we would get x to the power of a minus 1 times one of the x's we took out. So let's practice. If I had the square root of x to the power of 7, subtract 1 to get x to the power of 6, but we still have that 1 that we took away. 6 is now even. X to the power of 3 with my x on the inside. Okay. Let's try one with a number on the outside, or a number on the inside, I should say. Let's take a look at the square root of 36. Let me fix that 36. Oops. Okay. 36 x 11. Luckily for us, 36 is a perfect square. So square root of 36 is just 6. That would go on the outside. X 11, I'm going to split that up into x 10 and just an x 1. Again, we're going to subtract 1 from the 11 to get 10, and then our other 1 that we took away from it. 10 is even. Divide that by 2. We get x to the power 5 with that little 1x waiting for us on the inside. And that's it. So for this video, we are going to stop here. And then go ahead and check out the next video for how to simplify cube roots with variables.